So here we were having this error because of the lots of columns here. That is why to rectify the error, I have put this uncompress command here. First uncompress
Okay.
and then compress. Uncompress and compress command will why were we having this error? Because of this lots of columns. We are mentioning that in the URL. That is why we were
Okay.
having this error. So to rectify the error, I have put this uncompress and this compress command to rectify this error. So when I copy this the whole command for finding the table names, and when I put here after union after PID 4, and then here we
Yeah.
can put and then enter. So this will show the table names. Yesterday we were having
Oh.
this error here, but here in this by rectifying this error, it will show the all these column table names here. So these are the
Okay.
table names. So if you have this error like for example, if I remove this uncompress or compress command from here
Mm-hmm.
and simply get this group concat table name, enter. So we were having this error, which is illegal mix of collations for Operation Union. So I
Yeah.
searched this error, and here we have some solutions which we can fix this error. If one
Mm-hmm.
solution doesn't work, you can try another solution. Okay, so we have four solutions here. First solution is First solution is we have this uncompress command. Second, we have this unhex. Third, we have this cast. And fourth, we have this convert. So here I have
Okay.
tried this uncompress command to compress the
Mm-hmm.
query and making it short. So that is why with the help of this particular solution, we have fixed the error. If in
Okay.
your case, if any website shows the same error, then you can try these four solutions. Any of the
Mm-hmm.
solution will work on the website. Okay, so by
Okay.
putting the compress here, first, we can put uncompress, and then we can put a bracket and then compress, and then again bracket. And after table name, we can put two more brackets. So this will show the table names. Okay, so these are the table names. And if you want to check the all table names, you can right click here and you can click on view page source. So when you click on
Mm-hmm.
this page source, you will scroll down, and here you will find all those table names. Okay, we have this table name album underscore kid, attachment, banner, calendar, calendar underscore kid, and so on. So we have this
Yeah.
all table names. Okay, user and user was here, web page, etc. So we are having all these table names because of this rectifying solution, uncompress and compress. Apart from this
Mm-hmm.
solution, you can try any other solution from this website. Okay, so
Okay.
let me share this URL on the chat. So you can bookmark this website if in case if you are having this error, then you can simply visit this website and fix your error. Is it clear? Same as
Yeah.
you can try
Yeah.
this, you can put this uncompress and compress
Mm-hmm.
here, and
Yeah.
this will show the column name. And then you can use the column name, you can put the column names here, and then you will fetch the data from the database.
Okay.
So this is how we can fetch data from the database. If any database showing the error. So this can
Mm-hmm.
only be happen only in the MariaDB databases. If you are hacking any MySQL database or any Oracle database, then this command without uncompress, this will work without uncompress. But if you are trying in the MariaDB, then you have to put this solution, and then this will work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, yesterday we discussed about SQL injection, how we can apply SQL injection manually, how we can apply with the help of SQL map, and how we can apply SQL map on the login bypass pages. Second, now in this session, we will try the social engineering attack. Now, can you tell me what is social engineering?
Um, Not really.
Okay. Social engineering is like a kind of attack where we attack any person or any people of the organization. That is a social engineering attack. So it can be of many variation, but social engineering is mainly a technique of manipulating the humans, or we can say the person, to fetch some useful data. Okay, like for example, I can manipulate you so that you can reveal some important credentials like your username, your password, your email address, your some credit card information, and so on, your OTPs. So that is a social engineering where you are manipulating any human, any employee of any organization, so that they can reveal some important information. That is social engineering. Now, social engineering attack can be of many forms. You can apply email, that is phishing. You can apply like you can share the phishing mails to the employees of the organization, and when any employee click on that phishing mail, he or she can or like they can like click on any link, or they can target it by the malware, or they can put any their username or password on the fake web page, and then that the username and password will be transferred to the hacker. So that is an example of phishing mail where the hacker is creating a phishing like a fake email and sharing to the employees of the organization. We can have phishing, which is hacking over the phone call. We have smishing, which is like hacking over the SMSs. So we have many variations of the social engineering attack. It depends on what kind of attack we are applying or what kind of information we are fetching from the user. So in this example, in the CH examination, we will get perform the social engineering using various techniques. So we can sniff the credentials using SET toolkit. SET is a
Mhm.
social engineering toolkit which is pre-installed in your Linux operating system. So with the help
Okay.
of SET, we can create a fake web page, and then we can share that fake web page to the user with the help of email address, or with the help of any link, or like with the help of WhatsApp or any other medium. And when the user click on that link, a fake web page will be open. For example, let's say we have this web page here, Instagram.com. So this is an Instagram web page. So we can clone this web page, this Instagram web page, and we can share this fake web page to the user. So whenever your target, apply the username or password here and click on login, the username and password will be printed on your display, like on your Linux, or it would be
Okay.
display on your Linux operating system. So this
Okay.
attack we can apply, and this attack is known as website phishing attack, where you are creating a website fake web page, just like a original web page, and there you are sharing that particular web page to the user, and the user are applying. They are like the users, or you can share to multiple users, or you can share to one user. It depends on your reach. So let's say you are sharing to one or more users. So whenever one or more users are applying the username or password, so first the IP address of the users will be delivered. Secondly, their username and their password, because the user, they will think that this web page is an original web page. So this is known as a website phishing web attack, where you are creating a fake web page and sharing to the target, and the target is applying the username and password, and that will be delivered to your call limits. So this we
Mhm.
can do with the help of social engineering toolkit, or we can do with the help of Zfisher. Z toolkit is pre-installed in your Kali Linux, so we can use it. Set toolkit is not a very powerful method of applying the attack. If you want to apply the attack in the real life scenario, then set toolkit is not a option. Set toolkit is only for the examination. But if you want to apply the attack on the real life scenario, then you can use Zfisher. Zfisher
Okay.
is not a part of your examination, but you can apply in a real life scenario. So we will see both how we can apply the attack with the help of set and then Zfisher.
Mhm.
So set is pre-installed in the Kali Linux. You can log
Okay.
in. So let's say we will clone this web page, Netflix login page. So we have this login page of Netflix. So we will clone this web page. Okay, so I will here you can search for in your Linux set. And here you have this social engineering toolkit. You can click here, apply the password Kali. Okay, so this is the login or a banner of your site toolkit. Okay, so it is asking for what kind of attack you want to apply. Social engineering attacks, penetration testing, third-party modules, etc. So you have to click on one here. Apply one for the
Okay.
social engineering attacks.
Mhm.
Then it is asking for what kind of attack you want to apply. Spear phishing. This is for the SMS phishing. Website attack vectors, infectious, media generator, and so on. So you have to click on this second here. Apply second for the website attack vectors.
Mhm.
Here it is asking for what kind of attack you want to apply in the website vectors. Java applet, Metasploit browser, credentials harvester, tab nabbing, etc. So you have to click on this fifth option, which is web jacking attack method. So you have to apply 5 here for fifth option. Then it is asking for you want to clone the website or you want to provide your own template. You can also provide your own template. Okay, for example, you can provide your own source code of this login page, or you can also apply the URL. Like you can clone the any web page. So I will select the second option, which is site cloner. So when I apply to here, now it is asking for apply the IP address. So here you have to apply your own Kali address. So you have to apply this Kali address. So this is my Kali address. So you have to apply the same address here, which is 192.168.141. So this is my Kali Linux IP. Enter here. Now it is asking for enter the URL to clone. So I will copy this URL here, which I want to clone, and
Okay.
paste here. Enter. So it is taking, this will take a few seconds, and your web page, your fake web page will be prepared. Okay, now you can see your fake web page is prepared. And the fake web page is prepared on this particular IP. This is your Kali IP and port number 80. So when someone's open your IP address and with your port number 80, they can able to access that fake web page. For example, let's say I'm the user. I am the Windows user, and let's say I want to open that fake web page on any browser. Now, don't open this web page on the Chrome browser, because Chrome browser is a very secure browser, and Chrome browser will block your fake web page because of the security reasons. And
Yeah.
as you know, SAT toolkit is not efficient. It is not that much efficient that so that like it cannot bypass the security of the Chrome browser. That is why we are using Firefox here. Firefox is not a secure browser, so that is why we are using Firefox. Now here you can mention the IP address of your Kali Linux, which is 192.168.141, and then port number is 80. Enter. So it is asking for that your Netflix login is in the different location. So you can click here.
Mhm.
Okay, we have this error. Look like your browser operating system is supported. No issue, we can copy this URL and we can open another browser, let's say Brave here.
Okay.
And here we can paste the URL and port number 80. Okay, like IP address colon port number 80. Again, click on here. So let's say if this will work or not. So this is not working, like your browser operating system or device is not supported. No issue, we can target any other web page. Let's say this web page. So you can copy the URL and we can open the Linux. As you can see, when I open the web page of that fake web page with the help of the Linux IP, I have the information of that particular user. So this is my Windows IP. and I have accessed the IP address, the web page with at this time, at this particular timing, from this, and I have made this GET request. So with the help of this attack, you can also collect the IP address of any user. So we can apply this attack again. Let's say 5 seconds, and here we can again mention the IP address of the Kali.
Mm-hmm.
So 192.168.1.41, and here we can paste the URL, enter. Now we can again open the URL. Let's say here we can mention 192.168.1.41, IP address of a Kali machine, code number 80, enter. And here we
Mm-hmm.
can click on this link. Okay, now you can see this is the fake web page. This is my fake web page. And you can see this is my real web page. So there's no difference in the fake web page and the real web page. You can see there's no difference. Now you can share this
Okay.
particular URL to the user, and let's say the user is applying any username here. Let's say my username is any random username. Let's say Bhavyajan underscore 1224. And here I'm putting my password here. Let's say my password is 123456789. Okay, and when I click on login, not now. So you will notice when I click on login, so this will, the username and password will be presented here. So here you can see. Okay, so here you can see the username here is, this is the username I have applied, and this is the password I have applied, 123456789. So whenever you are sharing this URL to any of your user of your target, and whenever they apply now they will think that this Instagram web page is like a real web page. So they will apply their real username and then password. And the real username and password will be delivered to the Kali Linux. So this is known as website phishing attack, where you are making a fake web page and sharing that fake web page to the user, and when they apply the username and password, that will deliver to your Kali Linux.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see one more example. Let's say I have this web page, facebook.com. So we can again copy this URL, facebook.com, and we can again use 5 here for the website and second here. And here we can mention the IP of your Kali machine, which is 192.168.1.41, which is written here only. Enter. And then paste your URL. Enter. Okay, now your web page is enabled. Now what we can do, we can open the browser. And here we can mention the IP address of the Kali machine, which is 41, code number 80 here. Enter. And when I click on this web page, okay, now you can see this is in the another language, which is there's some problem with the web page. But when I enter my username and password, this is because of some like update error. So before using the set toolkit, you have to update your Kali Linux and your set toolkit. Once you update it, everything will be fine. So here we can enter my phone number, let's say my phone number, and here I can enter my password, let's say password is password 123. And when I click on login, not now, and here you can notice
Mm-hmm.
I have the information of this username and password. So basically, you have to find your username and password here. So I guess my username and password. So here we are having this error. So what we can do, we can try this again. Let's say we can put 5 here and then second. And here we can mention the IP address of Kali machine again. Let's say 192.168.1.41. And here we can uh, use the in the web page. Let's say Facebook log. And here we can copy this URL and paste here. Okay, so the web page is ready. We can open the Firefox or any other browser apart from the Chrome, because Chrome is a secure browser. It may like block your web page, your fake web page. So that is why we are not using Chrome here. And then port number 80. And we can click on this web page. Now this is the fake web page. Again, there's some problem with the source code of this set toolkit. Okay, you can try in your machine. Maybe this will work. But Facebook, Instagram, these are like very secure website. That is why sometimes set toolkit, because of the security reason, it block your web page. It automatically block your web page, or it automatically deny to create a fake web page for you because of the security reasons. That is why set toolkit is not good for the real life scenario. If you want to attack any user, any target in the real life, so it is not good enough, because first, it is not powerful. Any browser like Chrome browser will block your web page. Secondly, you can only apply this attack within the network only. Let's say you have this, let's say you have the target within your network, then only you can share the URL of your Kali, and then this will work. But you cannot share it to any other user which is outside of your network. So this is a second condition, not to use set. But set is important for the examination. It will come in the examination. So that's why it is important. Otherwise, for the real life scenario, you can apply Z Fisher. Z Fisher is much powerful than the set. And Z Fisher is like you can apply this particular attack to the user which is outside of your network. Okay. Is it clear, set? Any questions?
Yeah, that is clear.
Now we can use Z Fisher. Z Fisher is not pre-installed, so we can install it. So for installing the Z Fisher, it is available on GitHub. So we can search here Z Fisher GitHub. So we can click on this first URL, second URL, HR tech. And here we have this installation process. We have to clone it. So for the cloning, you can just copy this URL. So this is for cloning the Git. This is for Docker. Okay, so we can simply clone this, copy this here, and we can open the Linux. We can open the terminal. And here we can pick up the root user. And we can paste the URL. So it is already exist in my system. Then we have to move inside Z Fisher. CD Z Fisher. Okay, after moving inside Z Fisher, you have to use bash zfisher.sh. So copy this one. And here you can mention bash zfisher.sh. So here you can see it is providing the template for you. It is asking for what kind of web page you want to create. You want to create a fake Facebook page, Instagram, Google, Microsoft, Netflix, PayPal, and so on. So now we can try the Netflix here. So you can click on 05, which is 5 option, fifth option for the Netflix. Enter here. Now it is asking for on which port you want to forward. So you can select a port here. Let's say 1224 is my port. You can mention any port. Sorry, here you have to mention the port forwarding service. So we have 3 services here: localhost, Cloudflare, and local expose. Localhost is like the service which is in your own system. When you apply one here, then you can apply the attack only in your machine. Even you cannot apply within your network. So localhost is like within your machine. So that is useless. Cloudflare is something important. So Cloudflare, with the help of Cloudflare, it will establish its own server. and it will provide a URL of its own like server. And when you share that URL, now that URL you can share outside of a network also. So we can click on second option here. Now it
Okay.
is asking for, do you want a custom port? You can click on no here. So it is now launching the Cloudflare. Sometimes this Cloudflare doesn't work. So it depends on the scenario. So it is asking for if you want to mask the URL. So we can click on no. Okay, now you can see we have this error here, which is unable to generate links or unable to short URL. So we can try the another option. Okay. So let's say we can click on 5, and in this scenario, we can try this local expose 3.1. Here we can mention the password. Correct. See, for using the local expose, we have to create an account on local expose and then we have to start the server. But in many
Mhm.
cases, Cloudflare would work. If I apply again, and
Yep.
let's say, so this is not working in this Kali Linux. So what we can do, we can open any other machine.
Mhm.
For now, I don't have any other machine. What you can do, you can share your screen because it can work in your machine. Like there's some problem in my machine because of some network connectivity issue. That is why it is not working in my machine. So what you can
Okay.
do, you can share your screen. You can open the Kali and you can clone this Z feature, and I will show this in your machine. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let me open my VMware card. I think you need to stop sharing, then only you can share. Can you see my screen now?
Yes. Now you can open the terminal and I have shared a command on the chat. So you can copy that command. So first become the root user and then copy that command and paste here.
This one?
Yes, click on enter. Then you can type here CD space Z Fisher. Z Fisher. Yeah. Press on tab key. This will auto
No.
complete. Yeah, enter. And then you have to apply bash space zfisher.sh. You can use zfisher and press tab key. Yeah,
Okay.
enter. Now you can select any web page of your choice. So in that case, you can select any web page. You can select Five or Facebook, Instagram, Google, any web page.
Okay, Google.
For now, you can select Netflix, Five.
Okay.
Now you can select second option for the Cloudflare. Yeah, click on no and yeah, click on no and now you can see in your machine it is providing three links: URL 1, URL
Yeah.
2, which is incomplete, and URL 3. So now you can share URL 1 or URL 3 to the target. Let's say copy this URL 1, copy this URL 1, yeah, and share it to me. You can share it with me. Okay. Okay. Now, if I open this URL in my machine, so first you will get the IP address of my machine, and secondly, you will get the username and password which I have applied. So I'm opening this in my Firefox. Okay, so this is my local IP. Okay, my IP here. And here now let's say I'm applying the email address. Let's say password is 123456789. Okay, now you can notice you have this
Wow.
user password of the user.
Wow.
So username is account here is abc@gmail.com and password is 129. So now
Wow.
this particular link, you can share it with anyone, any of the user. Okay, like whether that user is outside of a network or within your network. And this will definitely work. So in this case, this Z Fisher, you can apply this to any, like in the real life scenario, and you can share it with any other user. Okay. Now we have this suspicious mail here, which is HTTPS respect and this one. So how we can mark this particular URL? So let's say you are sharing this URL with the help of Gmail. So what you can do, you can open your Gmail account and you can compose your mail there. And there's an option of hiding your actual link. Okay, let me show you. You can just stop your sharing. Okay, let me show you in my mail. So let's say I'm composing a mail here for on your mail ID. And here let's say subject is watch this awesome movie. One Netflix. Okay, so this is a kind of attack I am framing, and I am asking you to watch this movie on Netflix, and I am providing the link of that particular
Mm-hmm.
movie. So when you
Yeah.
open my link, you
Mm-hmm.
first have to log in on your Netflix, and whenever you apply your Netflix username and password, that will deliver to me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now what
Yeah.
I can do, I have to mention the link here. So here I can
Mm-hmm.
again frame the mail here, like click this link to watch the full movie like this.
Mm-hmm.
And here I can mention the link. Now my link is here. You can click on this particular option, insert link. So when
Mm-hmm.
you click on this insert link, here you have to insert test to display. Let's say I'm displaying this link here. HTTPS netflix.com. Let's say movie name, we can put any movie name. Let's say Inception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like this one. This is my
Yeah.
movie name.
Yeah.
And here, now the web address you want to redirect to the person. So this is the web
Mm-hmm.
address you have shared to me. Okay, this is the web address, your fake, your malicious web address, and this is
Yeah.
what the user will see.
Wow.
And here I can click on OK.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can see this is the user, this is the link the user will see. But when the
Yeah.
user click on this link, the user will redirect to the malicious URL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let me share it with you. Okay, so the mail is sent, and here you can see watch this awesome movie on Netflix, and this is your mail address, and here I'm asking for click this link, and you can notice the link is this much. So when let's say there's a user which is he or she is not aware about the security part, or not aware about the social engineering, or even there's a user which is aware about, so he or she
Mm-hmm.
even still they cannot identify that this is a malicious URL or not. And they will
Okay.
when they will click on this link, the malicious web page will open like this one.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And you can see this Z Fisher is very powerful than set, because I'm opening this Z Fisher on the Chrome browser. So even the
Mm-hmm.
Chrome browser doesn't able to block my web page. And let's say the
Yeah.
user apply username and password 12345. And when he or
Mm-hmm.
she click on signing, the username, the password will be deliver on your address.
Oh.
Okay. And then this web page, the fake web page will redirect the user to the original web page. So there
Mm-hmm.
they can again click on login. Okay. And then they can again log in. And at this time they can log in like in real, but previously they are logged in with the help of this fake web page. And the username and
Mm-hmm.
the password will be delivered to your address.
Wow.
Okay, so this one is working in your machine. So there's some connectivity issue in my machine. That is why it is not working. So you will
Mm-hmm.
get three URL. In three, you can share any URL, like URL one or URL second or URL third. And then you
Okay.
can share it via mail. If you share it with the help of mail ID, then you will get this benefit. Like you can mask your URL. Is
Mm-hmm.
it clear, the attack?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how we are framing this entire attack?
Yes.
So Z-Fisher is not the part of your examination. So it is mainly for the real life scenario. Again, if you are applying this to any other person, it is illegal. Okay. So you
Okay.
make sure to
Okay.
apply on yourself only, because if you are applying to any other person, it is illegal. Like
Okay.
you can apply on your family members. Okay, by telling them.
Okay.
Then second is how we can identify if it is a phishing web page or not. Okay, let's say I'm sharing a phishing web page. So how do you identify if this is a phishing web page or not? So that we can identify with the help of Netcraft. Netcraft is again a extension which we have discussed earlier. And this Netcraft you can add on the Chrome browser. Let's say you can search for Netcraft extension. And here you can click on add to Chrome. So when you click on add to Chrome and when you open any fake web page, the Netcraft will warn you on the basis of that web page. For example, this one is a legit web page, but when you click on Netcraft, it will tell you the site report, like the site rank here, the site report. So when you click on this site report, it will tell you the ranking if this website is malicious or not. Okay, for example, you can see site, right? I think that is disabled here. So let me enable it. So there's an option somewhere, and then Netcraft will tell you whether this particular website is a phishing website or not. So let me show you in a different.
I mean, you have sent me your in the Gmail. I mean, it's a phishing. I mean, it's a fake URL. So if I open it in Chrome with, if you have the Netcraft extension, that will warn me.
See, it depends. Sometimes it can warn you, and sometimes it doesn't. So it totally depends.
Oh,
Most
okay.
of the time, the Netcraft will block your web page phishing if Netcraft is there in your browser. But if the
Mm-hmm.
Netcraft extension is not present in your browser, then no one can block your phishing web page. That is why, for the protection, you always keep Netcraft as for blocking the phishing web pages.
Mm-hmm.
For example, let's say, let me check if I have Netcraft. So let me add here.
I just tried myself, and I mean, I just installed Netcraft extension, and it did not want me.
Sorry. Okay, so let's see we have this website here. This is WordPress website. Let's see we have this website here, Kaggle website. So now I want to check if this website is like fake or real. So here I can click on this puzzle and here I can mark. Now here this will tell you the site report, or we can say risk rating, which is not displaying here. I don't know why. Otherwise, the website will show the risk rating if this web page is vulnerable or not. If the web page is vulnerable, the Netcraft will show you this red color web page that suspected phishing, and the Netcraft will block your web page.
Okay.
So I think this one is not. Let me open the fake web page, fake URL. Okay, this is a fake web page. So let's see.
Mm-hmm.
So you can click on this site report to check the entire web page. So here you can see the site title is Netflix. Site
Mm-hmm.
rank is not present here. Description is this much. Date first seen is again not present. Language is English. And then we have other details like IPv4 address. And then we have the site. This is the actual site. Okay. And then here we have this some other information.
Mm-hmm.
So in my system, Netcraft is not identifying that if this web page is vulnerable, or we can say like malicious or not. I think I have to update my Chrome browser as well as this extension. Then only it will work.
Okay, I mean,
Okay.
I tried it on my computer and it did not detect either.
Can you share your screen for a second?
Yeah. Let me see. So this was the URL you sent me. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, and you can click on this puzzle option at right hand side. Puzzle. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Click on this one and pin your Netcraft extension. Yeah, and then click on the Netcraft. No, that extension.
Oh.
Yeah, here you can see again this Netcraft is not showing that not blocking, which
Okay.
means Netcraft is no longer, no longer in use, or it is no longer updated, or no longer like become powerful. So that is why it is not blocking the phishing web page. Or we can say the Z Fisher is more powerful than the Netcraft. That is why this is not blocking the, it is like bypassing the security of Netcraft. Otherwise,
Yeah.
previously, like even 1 month ago, the Netcraft is like blocking this web page, the same web page which we have opened. Because of the,
Yeah.
maybe because of the update issue, the Netcraft is not working. Okay, so in place of Netcraft, we can also use one more application, which is Fish Tank. So you can search for fishtank.com. No, that Fish Tank, PHISH.
Oh, for sure.
Fishtank.com. Yeah. In this website, we can paste our URL and we can check if this website is a phishing web page or not.
Oh, okay.
So you can simply, no, not this URL, that original URL.
Okay.
Yeah, here. Remove this
Okay.
HTTPS. Yeah, and then paste your original URL, that your phishing URL. Okay, so it is also not verifying that whether it is a phishing web page or. So in that case, you can simply add it to the tank, which is like you can add this one, like phishing URL in this tank.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
anyone again check if this is a phishing URL or not, then the fish tank will identify this as a phishing web page. So basically, you have to add this URL in the database of the fish tank, then it will
Okay.
work. But
Okay.
that is very strange because
Mm.
Netcraft is like a very, a very reputed application, and it is not detecting the phishing web page, which means there's no update is like coming in the Netcraft extension, or maybe the Light Fisher becomes more powerful than the Netcraft.
Oh, okay.
Okay, in that case, I will find another extension and then I will share on the WhatsApp, or I will
Okay.
tell you in the next session. Okay, like for blocking the phishing web page, like there are like many extensions. So I will find another extension, and
Yeah.
first I will test it and then I will share it to you. Okay,
Okay.
is it clear this much?
Yeah, that is much clear.
So this is how we can apply the social engineering attack. And Netcraft again is like a part of your examination. That is why we are considering. Otherwise, if it is not no more working, then you can use any other extension in your real life scenario. Same as with the fish tank. Apart from this Netcraft and fish tank, we have one more application which is OFish. But OFish is like a paid one application, like again a kind of a website, but it is like paid one. Okay, so you can also, if the company is paying for any social engineering toolkit, then you can use OFish also. It is like a paid one. So this will not come in the examination. It will like for your company. If you want to use any service for protecting your company from the social engineering web pages, then you can use OFish.
Okay.
Then we have DOS attack, which is denial of service attack.
Yeah.
So can you tell me what is DOS attack or DDoS attack, or the difference between DOS and DDoS attack?
I see that many connections coming same time to overwhelm the website.
Exactly. So DOS attacks like whenever, let's say we have a server, and whenever any attacker is sharing lots of requests, lots of packets, lots of requests to the server and making that server down. Okay, so that is
Okay.
known as DOS attack. So we have DOS attack and then we have DDoS attack. DOS attack is known as denial of service attack,
Denial source, yeah.
and DDoS is distributed denial of service attack.
Mm.
In the DOS attack, there's only one attacker attacking the server. Let's say we have this server, abc.com. We have this website, and that
Okay.
website is hosted on any server. And there's an attacker which is sharing lots of requests to the server. Okay, like lots of requests. Let's say 5,000, 5 million requests at a time. So this is like it is like loading the server with lots of requests. So in this case, the server will slows down, or it can also be taken down by the authorities because of not responding of the server. So in that
Okay.
case, the aim of the attacker is mainly to slow down the services or the server, and secondly, or taking down the server, like taking down the services of that server. So in this case, attacker is harming the availability of the resources provided by the server. Let's say the server is providing any service like abc.com as a website, any government website or any payment website. So now the
Yeah.
attacker is sending lots of requests, and whenever the server is taken down, the services also are not no more available. So in this case, the attacker is harming the availability of the resources. Then we have DDoS attack. In the DOS attack, we have only one attacker. In the DDoS attack, we have many attackers. Okay, like we have multiple attackers attacking the server at the same time. So that is multiple attackers attacking the server, like the same server at the same time. That is known as multiple DDoS attack. Let's say the server is very powerful. Let's say the Amazon server, or it is like a dedicated server, like a Google server. So for
Yeah.
taking down the Google server or Amazon server or any WhatsApp server, we need to share multiple requests, like millions or billions of requests to the server. So that is why we need the multiple attackers for that. So that is known as DDoS attack. Okay, so the process is same only. The same process we are applying the DOS attack, the same tools or the same process we can apply in the DDoS attack. The difference is the number of attackers. So here we can apply the DOS and DDoS attack with the help of Metasploit, with the help of HPing3, and with the help of Ravenstorm. Metasploit is pre-installed in your Linux. So what we will do, we will target the Metasploitable machine. Okay, we will target this machine, the Metasploitable machine, which is our server. Okay, because we cannot apply the attack on any server that is illegal. So we will apply the attack on this website. And secondly, the attacker machine is the Kali Linux machine. Here, we will apply the attack with the help of Metasploit. So we can open Metasploit with the help of MSF console. So we will apply the attack with the help of Metasploit to the Metasploitable machine. Metasploitable machine, it is like a vulnerable server, and Metasploit is your application, which we are using for applying the attack. So we can apply attack with the help of Metasploit, which with the help of HPing3 or with the help of Ravenstorm. Ravenstorm is like more powerful than HPing3. HPing3 is more powerful than Metasploit. So they are like in the hierarchy. So first we will use Metasploit. So for the Metasploit, we will going to use a auxiliary. And that auxiliary is, we can type a use auxiliary. Auxiliary, and we can use DOS. Now, what kind of packets you want to share? That we can mention here. Let's say we want to share TCP packets, and we want to flood the target with the SYN packets, SYN flood. and enter. And then here we can type here show options to check the options here. So here we have to apply the R host, which is a remote host, like IP address of a target machine. So we can find the IP address of this target machine, this Metasploitable, with the help of Angry IP scanner. You can use Net Discover also. You can use Advanced IP scanner also. And here we can put the range. So the IP address of the Metasploitable machine is 192.168.139. So here we can mention the IP. So IP address is set our host 192.168.139. And then we can again type show options to ensure. Okay, so R port is already set here. You can also change the R port. The R port, or we can say the port you want to attack on. You can attack on any port number of the target, like target machine. You can also set the S host. S host is like spoofable IP address. Like you can spoof your own IP address and you can trick your target. You can think of like spoofing your IP, which means your target will think that the traffic is coming from any other IP. Okay, so this is like spoof your IP address. So you can mention any other IP for the spoofable. Okay, like you can set here S host. But for now, we are leaving this empty because it is not compulsory to fill it. Now, what we can do, we can type here run. And before typing run here, I will open my Wireshark to monitor the traffic so that we can monitor the DOS attack with the help of Wireshark. So I will select my interface here and I will type my IP address, my target IP, which is ip.addr equals 192.168.139. So for now, it is empty here. But when I click on enter here, the Wireshark will flood with lots of packets. You can see here. Here, my source address is this IP address 69253.1223. And then destination is my target machine. Okay, now let me stop this attack here. Okay, now you can see within few seconds, my Metasploit shares 8,953 packets. You can see it. Sorry, 8,930 packets within few seconds. So if you enable this tool for 1 hour, 2 hour, it may send millions of packets to the target machine. So in this way, you can take it, you can slow down the target machine or you can take it down that target machine. So here you can see the source address is this one, which is your spoofable IP address, which I have previously set. That is why it is set. And the destination is my IP address of my target machine. And here you can see the information. In the information, we are sending SYN packets only. We are only sending TCP SYN packets. You can see TCP SYN packets. So this is one example of applying the DOS attack. Same what you can do, you can collect multiple PC or you can call your friends and you can apply this attack with the help of your friends. Like you can press this enter key all together. So in this case, it will become a DDoS attack where all your friends are sharing the lots of packet to the same server. So this is the DDoS attack. Okay, the process is same only. They will, you can choose auxiliary and then you can set your R host and then click on run here. In the same way, you can find out the DOS attack. For example, you are monitoring your network or you're monitoring your system and you find that there's a lots of packets from the same IP address and same kind of packet or on the same port number or same sort of packets from different IP address. In that case, you can think of it is a DOS attack. Like if your network floods with lots of packet, then you can think it is a DOS attack. So you can also use Wireshark to protect your to protect your network or your system to find whether it is a DOS attack or not. Is it clear?
Yeah, that is clear.
Secondly, we can also apply the DOS attack with the help of hping3. hping3 is it is pre-installed in the Linux. So you can exit from here. So again, we will apply the attack on the same target machine. So here we can use hping3 hyphen head. Okay, so here we have this option of flooding the target with lots of packet. You can see flood here, hyphen flood. So with the help of this flood argument, we can flood the target machine with lots of packet. Send packets as fast as possible. And you can also select what kind of packets you want to share. You can share the IP packet. You can share ICMP packets, UDP packets, scan packets, and so on. And then you can also spoof the source address. More else, we can also share TCP SYN packets. You can also set a timer, and we can also set TCP SYN packets, egg packet, and so on. So here we will share the TCP SYN packet with the help of hyphen S. So here we can use hping3 hyphen S for your SYN packets. Then target IP 192.168. And then hyphen flood. So again, we are flooding the target with lots of packets. So before flooding, we will restart the Wireshark to monitor the packets and press enter. Now you can see the Wireshark is flooded with lots of packets. And now I am just I'm just stopping this attack. And now here you can see within just few seconds, the hping3 have shared around 53,000 packets, 53,805 packets. So you can think this is more powerful than the Metasploit. And in the Wireshark, you can notice the hping3 have shared 57,855 packets. And these are the packets. And all other TCP SYN packets on port number, any port number. And here the source address is my Kali IP and destination address is this target IP. Even you can select the specific port you want to attack on. You can select any specific port. You can also select your source port which you want to attack on. And secondly, you can also spoof your IP address. For spoofing the IP address, you can also put here -A and then IP address you want to spoof. Let's say I want to spoof 192.168.1.55. This is the IP address I want to spoof. So when I press enter, so if I restart and if I press enter here, okay, so let me stop it again. So within few seconds, my Kali has shared 27,000 packets, like within 1 second only. And here you can notice, now the IP address, the source address is 192.168.155. The address which I have put here. Basically, we are sending the IP from my Kali only, from this 41 IP only, but I have put a spoofable IP address, which is 55. So in the target, in the Wireshark, it is showing 55 IP as a source address. So this is how you can also you can trick your target. Now your target will think that the packets are coming from 55 IP, not from your original IP address. Okay, so this is how you can also spoof.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah, that's clear.
Then we can apply the attack with the help of Ravenstorm. So it is not pre-installed, we have to install it. So we can search for Ravenstorm. GitHub. You can click on this first URL. Now it is more powerful than hping3. And here we can clone it. For cloning, you can see it is made up of Python. Many tools of cybersecurity are made up of Python only. So here we can simply copy this particular URL, this particular command. You can click on copy here. We can open the Linux, clear the screen, and we can paste the command here. So the tool is installed. Now we can simply use sudo rst for running this application. So we can use sudo rst.
Yeah.
Now it is asking for what kind of attack you want to apply, on which layer you want to apply. So here we can see it is asking for on which layer you want to apply the attack. So let's say we can apply attack on layer number 4 of network, layer number of 3 of TCP, or layer number 7 of TCP IP model. So we can apply attack on, let's say, layer number 4. So here you can select layer 4, L4. Then it is asking for to set your host, your target, and you can also set the port here. So here for setting the IP address, you have to mention IP, then set the target IP. You can also set the port of target port, like which port you want to attack on, and you can set the method, like which method you want to choose, TCP or UDP, or you can also set the time for delaying your packets, and then you can also mute your output and so on. You can also share some message with each and every packet. Okay, so here we can simply select IP and then IP address of a target machine, which is 192.168.139. And then we can simply here use start. And before starting, we can restart the Wireshark. And here we can click on enter. You can use run here and click on Y. Yes. So it is asking for to stop the attack. Now it is sending lots of packet to the target machine. Let me stop it. This will take time for to stop the packets. You can press Ctrl C to stop. And you can see within few seconds, it has shared around 1 lakh packets.
Wow.
Yeah, 1,80,000 packets. 943 within few seconds. It has shared these packets. And here you can see it is attacking on port number 80 of the target machine. You can also change the output of your choice. You can select on which port number you want to attack on. And then here you can see we are sending packets from different port numbers. So source port is different here, but destination port is same here. And source IP address is our Kali IP and destination IP is our Linux, our target, which is server IP. So within few seconds, we have shared around 1 lakh packets. Okay, like around 2 lakh packets. So it is like even more powerful than HPing 3. Now think of you are applying this attack with multiple other users at the same time. So in that case, you can generate millions and billions of packets within few seconds. And then in that case, you can like take down any server or you can slow down the process of any server.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And for protecting from the DOS attack, you can simply install some load balancers. You can install the firewalls, or you can also keep on monitoring your network. So you can keep on monitoring your network with the help of Snort. It is an application. You can also monitor with the help of Wireshark, OmniPeak. And with the help of this application, you can simply keep on checking the traffic. If there's like a bulk traffic, then you can update your firewall rules to block that IP address. But again, stopping a DOS attack is not easy because a user can again spoof the IP and even try to attack with different IP addresses. Okay. So in that case, you can simply like either you can change the firewall rules. In place of blacklist, you can put whitelist rules, or what else you can do? You can keep on monitoring and you can keep on like blocking manually, or you can keep on blocking any packet of any specific protocol. Like if the user is sharing, if the target, sorry, the attacker is sharing TCP SYN packets, then you can block TCP SYN packets on port number or any specific port number. You can also block source port of that particular target attacker. You can also block the target attacker IP and so on. Okay. Is it clear? So basically for protecting, you can also use this application, which is anti-DDoS Guardian Windows. So this is not free to use. You can install it in your system. It is easy to use. So once you install it, you can simply check out. So this will tell you whether this will tell you whether your network is in the DOS attack or not, whether someone is sharing you lots of packet or not, on which protocol. So you can install it. Like my trial version is over, so it is like free to use for some few days. You can install it. You can like monitor your own system traffic. So this will tell you like if someone is applying the DOS attack, on which port they are applying, or what is the source IP and so on. So that is like the benefit of using this particular application. It is only for the Windows. And for the Linux, you can use Wireshark or you can use any other application for monitoring. Is it clear?
Yeah, that's clear.
Okay. Then we can move to another module, that is malware threats. In this module, we will discuss how we can create malwares and how we can create malwares with the help of tools, with the help of softwares. Okay, so let me open the files. So what do you understand by malwares?
Like they can be installed on the computer to collect some sensitive data, something like that.
So malware is like a program, or we can say simply a piece of code which can harm your system. That is a
Mm-hmm.
malware, right? It can be any program which is designed to gain access in your machine, or
Yeah.
normally it can be for taking the access of your machine, of your data, or it can only also benefit some third party application without the user
Mm-hmm.
permission. So
Yeah.
simply malware is a piece of program or a piece of code which can harm your system in any way. It can access your camera without permission. It can access your code. It can access your data. It can gain access in your machine. It can harm
Yeah.
in any numerous ways. So
Okay.
malwares are of many types. Malware
Mm-hmm.
can be includes viruses, worms, trojans,
Yeah.
ransomware, spyware, and other malicious programs. So
Mm-hmm.
these malwares depends on the type of operation they are performing. Okay, so that is like how we separate one malware from another. Like what kind of nature that malware carry, and like what kind of operation or what kind of purpose that malware is serving. So first we
Okay.
have this virus. So virus is like the common malware. It is like a malicious executable code attached to another execute file.
Mm-hmm.
The virus spreads when an infected file is passed from system to system.
Mm-hmm.
So virus can spread from one machine to another. Virus can be harmless also, or it can be harmful also. So virus totally depends on what kind of operation they are performing. Even virus can be of many types. A virus can also fetch your data and share it to the attacker. A virus can also gain access in your machine. A virus can also spread from one machine to another. Even a virus can be harmless. So it depends
Okay.
on what kind of purpose that virus or that malware is serving. So
Mm-hmm.
the virus nature is it can pass from system to system very easily. Virus can be harmless also, or they can modify or delete any data. Opening a file can trigger a virus. Without opening a file, you cannot trigger a virus. So that is why triggering a virus means you have to open any file, or you have to make any interference with any operation or with any file. Then only virus can be triggered or activate. Otherwise, virus are live without doing any operation if you are not triggering any file, or if you are not opening any that virus file. That is a simple virus. Then we have worms. Worms are a special kind of malware which replicate themselves within the network. They transfer from one computer to another or one system to another within the network, even without triggering. So worms can also down the network operation. They can they can occur the packet delays or network delays or
Mm-hmm.
congestion or increase in the network traffic in your network.
Okay.
And worms can replicate themselves without any interference. That is like the basic nature of the worms. Viruses activate when triggered, but worms can replicate themselves without triggering. A virus needs a host program to run, but worms can run while after a worm affects a host, it can able to spread very quickly over the network. So whenever you
Mm-hmm.
find worm in your network, quickly isolate that particular system so that you can stop spreading that worm from one system to another. That is
Okay.
like the basic nature of worms. Then we have
Mm-hmm.
spyware. Spyware is like a malware which can steal your private information, like your data, your credit card information, your username, your passwords, your data from your system. That is spyware. So
Mm-hmm.
spyware can come in various application. Like spyware can come in, let's say you have installed any game, you have installed any software. So the virus spyware can also come with the games. The
Yeah.
spyware can also inbuilt with any software. And let's say you are playing any game, and in the background, the spyware is like stealing your information or fetching your details and sharing it with the hacker. So spyware
Okay.
can be viruses also, and spyware can be worms also. So a virus
Mm-hmm.
can be of multiple types. A
Mm-hmm.
virus can be a worm also, and a worm can be a spyware also. So it depends on the nature and the purpose of that virus or that malware serving. Okay, maybe a worm is a spyware. Means the worm is also replicating in the network, and also the spyware. Also, that worm is a spyware which is also taking the information from all the computers. So the
Okay.
worm is replicating, and that the same virus, or we can say the same malware is
Mm-hmm.
taking the information from the system. So a malware can be can be the combination of multiple. types: viruses plus worms, or worms plus spyware, etc. So spyware, the basic nature of the spyware is to collect your information. Then we have Trojan horses. Trojan horses are like a kind of malware which hide themselves within a legit file. For example, you have downloaded a PDF from the internet, and that PDF is a genuine PDF. Like when you click on that PDF, the PDF opens, and you are checking the contents of the PDF. But in the background, any other malware is running. That is known as Trojan horses. A Trojan malware, we can say, or any malware can hide inside any PDF, inside any audio file, inside any video file, inside any images. So that is why a Trojan is like very hard to detect. It can hide inside PPT, it can hide inside Excel file, it can hide inside Word file, etc. So that is why Trojan malware, we can say, are like a kind of very dangerous malware. Because in the foreground, you are running the application, you are running your files without any concern. But in the background, you don't know what is happening. Maybe any malware is taking control over your system. So that is known as Trojan horses. So a
Okay.
Trojan horse is a malware that carries out malicious operations under the appearance of a desired operation, such as playing an online game. A Trojan
Mhm.
horses can hide within any images, any audio file, any video file, any PPTs, any Word file, Excel file, etc. Now,
Mhm.
a Trojan can be a spyware. Okay, because Trojan is like a nature of a malware. A malware which is hiding inside any simple file, that is a Trojan. Maybe a spyware is a malware which is hiding inside a simple file. So that is also a Trojan, and that is also a spyware. So a malware
Mhm.
can be of multiple types. It totally depends on the nature and the purpose of that malware. Okay. So a
Okay.
spyware can be a Trojan can be a spyware,
Mhm.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
There were logic bombs. Logic bombs are the malware which needs some triggering event to activate that malware. For example, let's say I have shared a file, and that file is sleeping in your machine for 10 days. And after
Okay.
10 days, that file automatically activated. So that is a triggering event. 10 days is a duration of that malware sleeping. After 10 days, that malware automatically trigger or activate. So that is known as
Okay.
logic bombs. Sometimes
Mhm.
logic bombs need any triggering event from the user, or it can be triggered with the help of any condition applied with a hacker. So
Okay.
logic bombs are again a dangerous kind of malware because logic bomb can bypass the security of your systems. They can bypass antiviruses, they can easily bypass firewall. Because let's
Okay.
say there's a malware in
Mhm.
your system which is sleeping for 10 days or 50 days, and
Okay.
that malware is not doing anything. So that
Mm.
antivirus, your firewall will not recognize that it is a malware or not, because antiviruses works on the basis of behavior, like what kind of behavior that particular file is doing in your system. Okay, like what kind of behavior that file is performing, or what kind of operation that file is performing. So if any file is sleeping for 10 days or doing nothing, it can easily bypass the antivirus. And after 10 days, that file activated or trigger. So in that case, it can easily bypass the antivirus. So logic worm is a kind of malware which trigger when any condition meet, or when any user interfere with that particular malware or file. So a logic bomb is a malicious program that uses a trigger to activate the malicious code. The logic bomb remains non-functioning until that trigger event happens. Once triggered, a logic bomb implements a malicious code that causes harm to a computer. Okay. Then we have, after logic bombs, we have ransomware. You have heard of ransomware. Ransomware are like kind of malware which encrypts your data. Like let's say your important data in your machine. So when any ransomware attacks your machine, it will like encrypt your entire data of your machine, or your entire disk of your machine, and then you cannot access your data without paying a ransom. Ransom means a money, and when you paid a ransom or a money, the attacker will like share a decryption key, and with the help of that decryption key, you can decrypt your encrypted data. So that is known as ransomware. It will like encrypt your entire data so that you cannot access your data. So that is why it is like again a very harmful malware. So how we can protect from ransomware? You can simply back up your data, or you can simply use some antiviruses inside your machine to to identify the ransomwares. So ransomware grabs a computer system or the data it contains until the victim makes a payment. In return of payments, the attacker shares the decryption key. So the ransomware encrypts the data in the computer system with a key which is unknown to the user. The user has to pay a ransom or a price, or we can say a payment to the criminals to retrieve data. Once the amount is paid, the victim can resume using his or her system. Okay, that is ransomware. Then we have backdoors. Backdoors again are kind of malware where the user can gain access inside the target machine without the user knowledge. Okay, the attacker can access the target machine anytime he or she wants. That is like entering into any system or leaving the system without user permission. That is a backdoor, like a door where the attacker can come and go anytime he or she wants. Okay, and with the help of that backdoor, the attacker can do anything. It can run any number of commands. For example, we have seen in the Windows. In the Windows hacking, we have access a backdoor. We have gained access in the Windows machine with the help of Linux, and we have created a backdoor. So with that backdoor, we can simply enter and we can exit in the machine. So a backdoor bypass the usual authentication used to access a system. The purpose of the backdoor is to grant the cyber criminals future access. Okay, like a persistent connection to the system, even if the organization fixes the original vulnerability used to attack the system. Or let's say if the user shut down the system and let's say the user restart the system, then the persistent connection will be remain in the machine so that the user can easily gain access in the machine without the permission and without the user concern or without user knowledge. That is backdoor.
Okay.
Then we have rootkits. Rootkits are like a malware which modifies the OS to make a backdoor. Let's say I have share a rootkit, a kind of malware to your machine, and with the help of rootkit, my rootkit modifies some of your operating system features so that let's say my rootkit open any port, let's say any port number 1224 in your machine. So whenever a rootkit modifies any function or any operation in your operating system, it is leaving a point so that any attacker can access the backdoor in your machine. So rootkit
Mhm.
are like you can think of a helper of for the backdoor. So a rootkit can modify the operating system to make a backdoor. Attackers then use the backdoor to access the computer remotely. Most
Okay.
rootkits take advantages of software vulnerabilities, even some hardware vulnerabilities to modify the system files.
Mhm.
Then we have keyloggers. Keyloggers records everything the users type on his or her computer system to obtain passwords and other sensitive information. Okay, keyloggers are like whenever you are typing something, the attacker is capturing your keystrokes. Whatever you are typing, the attacker is capturing the keystrokes. So whether you are typing anything, username, password, you are chatting with someone, you are writing anything, the attacker can check out that particular keys. That is known as keyloggers. Okay, that we have seen in the Windows hacking. In the Windows
Mhm.
hacking, when we activate the keylogger scan, so whatever the Windows user will type, that will be shown in your Linux machine. That is keyloggers.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah. Yeah, that much
So
is
these are
clear.
some common types of malwares used in
Mhm.
the cybersecurity. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Now we have some machines, some labs in the for the examination.
Yeah.
Okay. First, we have this gain access to the target system with the help of projects. So in the malware threads, we can create malware, we can hide our malware. Okay, but these are not available on the internet. If you search for these
Mhm.
application like ngred, anti or this application Scripter, etc., so these are not available on the internet because these are the malicious application and these are all outdated. So if you
Mhm.
try to install these application in your main machine will be compromised. So if you want to install, then you can create a Windows virtual machine and there you can install. Otherwise, it is not compulsory to install because I will share a PDF. Let me
Okay.
share the PDF. So with the help of this PDF, we can check out the labs. But please don't install any of this application in your main machine because these are all harmful application and these are not officially available. These are
Okay.
just the part of the examination.
Mm-hmm.
And when you apply for the examination and let's say the examiner asks for the NGRED, so they will automatically provide you the tool. So it is not you will not going to install any application in the examination. All the tools, all the application will be provided from their side, from the EC Council side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if you want to check out, you want to try, then you can install a virtual machine, Windows virtual machine, and there you can install it. Okay. So first is
Okay.
how we can gain control over a victim machine using NGRED Trojan. NGRED Trojan is a kind of application. It is like a GUI application where we can create a malware with the help of NGRED. We can share it to the Windows machine and then we can gain access with the help of GUI application. For example, when you install NGRED or when you find NGRED in your labs, you will see this interface, NGRED. Here you have to
Okay.
mention the port number you want to start with and click on start. So you can mention any port number within the range, like all those unknown port number. Okay, like in the range of 0 to 65535 port numbers. So you can
Mm-hmm.
put any port number. And then after putting port number, it will ask for to create a malware. So here we have this option of builder. So let me on the so we have this option of builder here. So this option will use for creating the malware. Okay, this one. So builder option. Okay, so when you click on this option, you will see this interface where you can create a malware. So here you can mention the host IP address, which is your own IP address, your victim name here. You can mention the server name, like the name of a malware, and where you want to save that malware in the victim machine. So you can save in any location. So here I'm saving as a temporary directory. And here you can see we have put this option here, registry startup. So whenever the user start a machine, it will your malware will automatically trigger. So this is like making a malware
Mm-hmm.
persistent. So whenever the user open the machine, the malware will be automatically opened.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can click on this build option. So this will create your malware and you can save it in your own system and then you can share it to the user. So you can
Okay.
name anything you want and then you can share it with the target. So when the target open your malware, this option will be enabled. You will see a machine name here. Okay, the machine which is hacked, the IP address of the machine which is hacked, the PC name, the user. Okay, like the user which you have gained access in that target machine, the install date, the some other information, the like country or flag, and then operating system information, which is a Windows Server 2022 here, camera you can open if there's any, and then again some other information. And here you can click on right click and you can see some other option. You can access the camera, you can access the remote desktop, you can access files, you can manage files, you can get passwords of the Windows machine, you can again start the keylogger, you can open chat and so on. So again you can do any number of options. So here we are hacking Windows only, but we are hacking Windows with the help of nginx. First, we
Mm-hmm.
have created the malware, then you can share the malware, then you will gain access inside the Windows machine. For example, when you click on manage, you will see these options. Now, these are the files and directories of the target machine. So you can open any file, you can close any file, you can delete any file, you can access any kind of data. Okay, you can open any file, refresh any file, delete any file, edit any file, copy, download any file, upload any file. Okay, and here you have this process manager. You can check any process, you can kill any process of the target. So these are the processes running inside the target machine. And then after processes, you can also make changes in the registries, which are the main part of the Windows. You can make changes in the registries. You can open the chat. You can again apply some commands like networking commands and so on. Like the same operation we were performing in the Windows hacking, the same operation you can perform here. The difference is in the Windows hacking, we were doing with the help of commands, and here we are doing with the help of GUI platform. And here you can simply start or stop any process here. You can hide your process. You can also take remote desktop. So when you click on this remote desktop, you will gain access to the target remote machine. So this is a target machine. Now you can do any number of operations here. You can take control over the mouse, the keyboard, and so on. And then after that, you can also open the camera, open the microphone, if any, in the target machine. Okay, you can also capture the key logs, okay, of the target machine. So whatever the user will type, that will like display in your machine. Okay, the same as Windows hacking. You can also open the chat. So when you click on open chat, so whatever you will type in your machine will be transferred to the target machine. Let's see, here I am typing hacker here, and you can type a message. So whenever you type any message, that will display in the target machine. Okay, like this one. So whatever we will type in the open chat, that will be transferred or that will be visible in the target machine. If you want to mention that you are hacked, then that will be visible in the target machine. If you click on open chat. Okay. Then you can also, here you can see you have been hacked. So that will be displayed in the target machine. And you can also restart system, stop any services and so on. So you can do any number of operations. Okay, with the help of NGRED. Again, NGRED is not fully verified. It is again a malicious application which is used for creating malicious malicious malwares. So it is not available on the internet. And if you create malwares with the help of NGRED, it will not able to bypass the security of the Windows. Okay, because it is not fully, you can think it is a very outdated technology and it is not powerful. But
Okay.
it is the part of the examination. It can come in the examination. Okay, there's a chance. So when you open the processes, you can see your application, this server.exe. This one is a malware which is running. But here you can see the name of your malware is server.exe. So that no one will like identify that this is a malware or not. And then you can check your malware by uploading that in the virus total. Then you will identify this malware is not a powerful malware. So when you upload this malware, you can see out of 69 vendors, 59 vendors identify this as malware. So this malware is a kind of a useless malware. It is useful in the Windows 7 machine, not in Windows 10 or 11 machine. So out of 69 vendors, 59 vendors flag your malware as malicious. So in this case, what we can do, we can hide your malware with the help of this application, SwissCryptor. SwissCryptor is a malware, like an application which can hide your malware. It is an application which is used for creating a Trojans. Trojan, you can hide your this particular malware inside your image, inside your PDF. Again, it is not available on the net. It is not officially available. So if you want to install, you can install inside a virtual machine. So this is the interface of the scripter. Here you can mention your file name which you want to hide. Then you can icon from which icon you want to hide. You can put a PDF icon to fool your target. You can put a image icon. You can bind your file with any other file. And you can put an extension like PNG for the images, PDF for the PDF file, and so on. And then you can also encrypt your file. You can also run your file on the startup, and then you can mutex your file and so on. Like we have some other option. So here, this is my file I want to hide. So I will select my file. Okay, this is my file. And then here you can encrypt your file as well so that it can bypass the antivirus. So we can save this file and we can click on encrypt. So this will automatically, like this one is a file which is encrypted. So this one is a real file, your malware file, and this is your file which is encrypted. Then you can use this encrypted file to hide inside a file, inside any image or inside any PDF. For example, this is my encrypted file, and here I can upload this on VirusTotal to check now the result. Okay. So now you can see previously 59 vendors are identified before encryption, and after encryption 42 vendors identified. So there's a reduction in the vendors identification. So doing or putting encryption in a file may reduce the chance of getting caught by the antivirus. Or we can say by encrypting a file, we can easily bypass the antivirus. So you can encrypt your file, okay, with the help of that syscryptor. Again, if you are creating any malware with the help of these application, these are all useless. These are only important for the examination, not in the real life scenarios, because these are the malwares which are all outdated. The applications, the tools are all outdated. I don't know why the EC Council is using these applications, because these are all outdated. Even these are not officially available. But again, the EC Council is using, so we have to also use it. But for the real life scenario, if you want to attack any target with the help of malware, then the best practice is to create your own malware. You can create your own malware with the help of Python, with the help of C, C++, with the help of Java, with the help of any other language. But Python is a very powerful language and an easy language. So you can create your malware with the help of Python as well. And then you can convert your Python malware into any file, in the APK file for the Android, in the exe file for the Windows, and for some other file for some other operating system. For the Linux, you can convert it into a zip file or in the sh file, in the bash file, and so on. So creating a malware can only bypass the antivirus. Otherwise, if you create malware with the help of any application, that will not able to bypass. But if you're creating malware with the help of your own application, with the help of your own language, own skills, then that will able to bypass the antivirus. Second is infect the target system using a virus with the help of JPS virus maker tool. So again, it is another application which we can use for creating the malware. It is available for Windows, not officially, but for the examination. So this is the interface of the JPS virus maker. Here we have many options. Okay, like you can disable the registries, you can disable task manager, you can disable Telegram, media player, Internet Explorer, time, group policy, Windows Explorer, and so on, Notepad, WordPad, Windows, and so on. So whenever you tick on these options, this will disable, the virus will act in that way only. And that this will disable that particular services. You can disable the command line, you can disable the Windows update, and so on. You can also enable your virus on the startup. So we have many options here. Okay, let's say here we have selected some options, which are we can disable the task manager so that no one can disable your malware. Then we can also hide the desktop icons. We can hide the Windows check clock. We can enable the remote desktop. We can disable the Windows update so that no one can port your malware. Then disable control panel. We can remove the Bluetooth so that no one can enable that. We can hide the Windows update. We can disable the driver so that no driver can catch your malware. And then you can see here name after install. You can name your malware after installation. And here you can also name the server name and then click on create virus. So when you click on create virus, your virus will be created. And then again, you can share the virus. You can put some like Windows password and computer name. And then you can click on enable convert to worm. You can also convert this virus into worm so that your worm can replicate from one system to another. Okay, and then here you can see copy after 1 second. So it will keep on copy after 1 second. You can increase the time as well. You can also enable a backdoor here. Enable convert to backdoor. So you can also convert your worm into a backdoor. Okay, so this is like a 3-in-1 malware. Your virus, your worm, and your backdoor. And even you can also convert into logic bomb. And even you can also convert into Trojans. You can change the icon into JPG and then you can click on create virus. So when you click on create virus, so your virus created successfully. So now this is your virus. Now here you can see the icon is like a image icon here. But you can see type of file is application only. But file name is server.exe. So maybe the user can, your target may think it is an image and he or she can open that virus. But actually it is a virus, a worm, a logic bomb, a backdoor, and a Trojan. So it is like a 6-in-1 or 5-in-1 malware. Again, it will not able to bypass the antivirus because of the outdated technology or outdated tool we are using. Is it clear this much? Any questions?
Yeah, this much is clear.
Then we can perform the static malware analysis. Like we have two types of malware analysis. We have static malware analysis and we have dynamic malware analysis. In the static malware analysis, we statically analyze malware. Like we analyze malware without running the malware. For example, we analyze malware by uploading on hybrid analysis, by uploading on the virus total, by checking if the file is malicious or not, without running it. The dynamic malware analysis is an analysis where we actually run the file and we check the source code of the file of that malware. We check, we reverse engineer that malware. We check the source code of that malware. We check how this malware is made, or which language it is made up of, which technology it is using. That is a dynamic malware. So in the dynamic, we fully analyze the malware from A to Z. But in the static malware, we simply check if that file is malicious or not, and we identify the hash of the files. So we can perform the static malware analysis with the help of hybrid analysis. Hybrid analysis is like a kind of a website. It is similar to Virus Total. You can search for hybrid analysis. Here you can upload your file, your malware. Let's say you can upload this file. Let's say this file. And here you can put some information. I agree and click on continue. Sorry, capture and then continue. So it is a simple test file which is not malicious, but with the help of this static malware analysis, you will find the file, the threat here, the size of the file, the type of your file, the MIM, okay, like type of your file, and the SHA, the hash of your file, which is SHA-256. And then here you can see the meta defender. Analyze your file as clean. So this file is a clean here. Even you can check, click on view details from here. So you can check these are the vendors which have identified your file as non-malicious. Again, here you can also create a sandbox. Sandbox we use whenever we want to run any file because you want to apply any dynamic malware analysis and you cannot run any malware in your main machine. So we create a sandbox, or we can say a virtual machine, to run the malware. So in that case, we create a sandbox. But in the static malware, we analysis, we cannot, we are, it is not compulsory to create a sandbox because we are not actually running the malware. But in the dynamic malware analysis, it is compulsory to create a virtual machine, or we can say a sandbox, because we are going to run the malware. We are checking the behavior of that malware. So we can use hybrid analysis or we can use virus total. Here also we can upload the malware. So whenever you are downloading any file, you can even check before running that file, that you can check if that file is malicious or not. So you can select a file, you can click on confirm upload, and you can check if that file is malicious or not. So virus total is a website, and hybrid analysis, these are like the perfect website for checking if your file is malicious. Even you can check your IP address, if your IP address is malicious or not. Even you can check your file hash and URL. Okay, here you can see, you can check URL, your IP address, your domain, and file hash. You can check if these are malicious or not, and you can check your file as well. So virus total and this hybrid analysis, these are the best website. And here in the virus total, we have these security vendors, which is identify your file as non-malicious. Okay, you can see it. Second, we can use bin test for checking if your file is malicious or not. Bin test is a kind of a application which will check that if there's any hidden code inside a malicious inside your file or not. Okay, for example, so here you can see we have uploaded a file which is malicious.
Yeah.
And the hybrid analysis identify this file as malicious. You can see 92% MetaDefender, 89% virus total. So they have detected your file is malicious. And even you can see virus total. So before using any file, if you have any doubt that if that file is malicious or not, then you can simply before running it, you can upload on virus total or hybrid analysis. Even with that file, you can check the details here. You can check details here, the behavior of your file, etc. Okay, like here you can check the basic properties of your file, history of your file, and some other information.
Okay.
Then we have another application which is bin test. So that bin test is mainly for checking any hidden code inside your application or inside any file. So you can click on browse and here you can file to scan. You can select your file and it will you can select any malicious file and then you can check. Click on go here and here you can check any hidden application, hidden any hidden string, hidden message inside a file. So here you will find your hidden message inside test because let's say you have an image. Inside image you have a hidden message. Okay, so in that case you cannot able to find the message because of image in the binary format. But you can use this application to find the hidden message. Okay. Apart from this application, you can also use this command inside Linux, strings and name of your file. So this will also tell you any hidden message inside a file. For example, let's say I have this file here, any PNG file we can take. Let's say I have this PNG file. Let's say this JPG file. Okay. So what we can do, we can write here strings. Strings is pre-installed, and here you can mention the name of your file. Enter. So this will tell you, this will show you any hidden test inside a file. So in this file, we don't have a hidden test. So that is why it is not showing. But if there's any, this command will show you any hidden test inside a file.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In place of this bin test, you can use strings. Then again, we can use another application which is identify packaging and obfuscation methods using PID. PID is another like security application to check if your file is malicious or not. So PID is when you upload your PID, PID will check if there's any hidden services running in the background of your file. Let's say a Trojan malware. Let's say there's an image. Inside any image, there's a malware running in the background. So this PID will check if there's any file or if there's any uh, malware running in the background or not. So you can upload your file here from this three dots. From this option, you can upload your file. And then you can select a file and then you can check. Here you can see we have this warning, virus and worm. So here it is saying this file is a virus also. It is a worm also. Okay. And this is how you can check. You can check some file offset, some like binaries. and etc. If file is a Trojan, you can also check the Trojan here. Like you can upload a image, a PDF to check if that PDF is hiding any malware or not, or any image is hiding any malware or not. So that here you can upload your file and you can check if that file is malicious or not. Okay, or what kind of malware it is. So with the help of PEID, you can find out. Is it clear this much?
Yeah, that much is clear.
Any questions?
It's all for now.
Okay, so rest we will continue in the next session.
Yeah.
So we have completed the malware threats, social engineering, and DOS attack. Okay, rest we will continue in the next session.
Yeah.
Any question you want to ask?
So far it's okay.
Okay, so I will share the notes file and this recorded session.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.